There is a specific number that most pension holders never calculate, and because nobody shows it to them, they keep working, sometimes 4, 5, even 7 extra years past the point where they could have safely stopped. The number is not their 401k balance. It's not their Social Security estimate. It's the true financial weight of the pension check they'll receive every month for the rest of their lives. Most pension holders know their monthly benefit to the dollar. Let's say yours is $2,600 a month. That's $31,200 a year, guaranteed for life, no matter what the stock market does. What almost nobody tells you is what that income stream is actually worth as a financial asset. Using the standard 4% safe withdrawal rule that financial planners rely on, your $2,600 monthly pension is the mathematical equivalent of having $780,000 sitting in an investment account. Not $200,000, not $350,000. $780,000. Yet here's what the research shows. A January 2025 survey by Principal Financial Group found that roughly 2/3 of workers overestimate how much they need to retire, many by a significant margin. Pension holders are often the most confused. They know they have some guaranteed income, but they've never calculated what it's worth, so they keep working, quietly adding years to a job they've already outgrown. The average pension benefit among U.S. public sector retirees is approximately $2,600 per month. 5 extra years of waiting to retire at $2,600 a month is $156,000 in pension checks you received while still on the payroll, money you could have been living on in retirement. That is the $156,000 mistake. Nobody caused it on purpose. It happened because of math that was never explained. Today, we're fixing that. 3 reasons pension holders delay retirement longer than they need to. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your retirement may already be financially secure and exactly what to check to know for sure. Let's start with reason number 1. You're measuring your wealth wrong. If you have a pension, there's a good chance you are significantly underestimating your own financial position right now. Here is the specific math. Financial planners use the 4% rule, a benchmark developed from research going back to 1994 to estimate sustainable retirement income. The rule says to safely withdraw $1,000 per month for life, you need approximately $300,000 in savings. That relationship runs both directions. If your pension pays you $1,000 per month, it is financially equivalent to having $300,000 in a retirement account. Let's run the full numbers. A $1,500 monthly pension equals $450,000 in savings. A $2,000 monthly pension equals $600,000 in savings. A $2,600 monthly pension, near the national average for public sector workers, equals $780,000. A $3,500 monthly pension equals $1.05 million. Now add Social Security. The average Social Security benefit for a 65-year-old claiming in 2025 is approximately $1,976 per month. Using the same 4% calculation, that monthly benefit is the equivalent of another $593,000 in savings. If you have a $2,600 monthly pension and you're expecting average Social Security benefits, your combined guaranteed income is the financial equivalent of $1.37 million in a retirement portfolio, before you count a single dollar of your 401k or IRA. Most pension holders have never seen this calculation. They walk in worried they're $200,000 short. They discover they're $400,000 ahead. Here's a real-world illustration of how significant this gets. Imagine 2 people, both 63, both ready to retire. Person A has $850,000 in her 401k and no pension. Person B has a $2,600 monthly pension, $210,000 in his 401k, and an expected Social Security benefit of $1,800 per month at age 65. On paper, Person A looks wealthier by a wide margin. But run the actual numbers. Person A's total retirement asset, $850,000. Person B's pension equivalent, $780,000. His Social Security equivalent, $540,000. His 401k, $210,000. Total, $1,530,000 in combined retirement assets. Person B has nearly double the retirement security. It just doesn't show up as a single account balance anywhere. And because nobody ever showed him that number, he's still at work 2 years past when he needed to be. That is reason number 1 people delay unnecessarily. They've never been shown the true size of what they've built. If this is making sense so far, hit the like button. It helps this channel reach more people who need to see this. And if you have questions about your own numbers, drop them in the comments. I read every single one. Section 2. The science of why pension income feels different. Here's something backed by serious research that most retirement plans don't account for. In June 2024, retirement researchers David Blanchett and Michael Fink published a landmark study called Guaranteed Income, a License to Spend, through the Alliance for Lifetime Income's Retirement Income Institute. They analyzed data from thousands of households using the federally funded Health and Retirement Study. Their finding was striking. Retirees who receive guaranteed income from sources like pensions spend twice as much in retirement as retirees with the exact same net worth, but no guaranteed income source. Not 20% more, twice as much. Their follow-up research in April 2025 confirmed the average retiree covers nearly 80% of their lifetime spending from income sources, pensions, Social Security, not from savings withdrawals. The portfolio often barely gets touched in early retirement. And the emotional dimension matters too. The Alliance for Lifetime Income's 2024 survey of 2,516 Americans aged 45 to 75 found that 46% of retirees say spending their savings gives them anxiety, not concern, anxiety. That anxiety largely disappears when income is guaranteed. Think about what this means for a pension holder. A colleague retires with $400,000 in her 401k and no pension. She's cautious. She skips trips she could afford. She eats at home when she'd rather go out, because every dollar she spends is a dollar that doesn't come back. You retire with a $2,600 monthly pension. That check arrives on the first of the month, like a paycheck. You can plan around it. You can spend freely on what matters, because the floor is locked in. Your pension is not just money. It is psychological permission to actually enjoy retirement. Yet pension holders delay because they feel behind on savings. They're comparing their $180,000 401k to people who retired with $1.2 million. That comparison is wrong. It ignores the $780,000 asset sitting in their pension that doesn't appear on any statement. Now, before reason number 3, I want to be direct about something, because this is where it really lands. The $156,000 mistake isn't a math mistake. It's a framing mistake. And framing mistakes cost years. Here's the third reason pension holders delay retirement too long. Section 3. The invisible benchmark problem. Most retirement advice is built for someone with no pension. When you see a headline saying, "You need $1.26 million to retire," that figure comes from the Northwestern Mutual 2025 Planning and Progress Study, and it's calculated for someone with no guaranteed income floor, someone whose 100% of retirement spending comes from a portfolio being drawn down. That is not your situation. Here's the math that does apply to you. Take your estimated monthly retirement expenses, let's say $4,800 a month, covering housing, food, utilities, healthcare, and some travel. Now, subtract your guaranteed monthly income. Your $2,600 pension plus $1,976 in average Social Security equals $4,576 per month. That leaves a gap of just $224 from savings. To cover $224 per month at a 4% withdrawal rate requires only $67,200 in savings, not $1.26 million, not $600,000, $67,000. Your actual numbers will differ. Your expenses may be higher. Your Social Security may be lower or affected by the windfall elimination provision if you worked in a government job, public school, or other position that didn't pay into Social Security. That affects roughly 2 million Americans and is almost never proactively explained by HR departments. You can look it up at ssa.gov under Windfall Elimination Provision. But even accounting for a WEP reduction, most pension holders still find their guaranteed income floor is far more substantial than they realized. And here is the urgency supported by hard numbers. According to CDC mortality data released in 2024, a 65-year-old American can expect to live nearly 19.7 additional years in retirement. A man who reaches 65 has about a 50% chance of living to age 83 or beyond. A woman of 65 has a 50% chance of reaching 86 or beyond. The go-go years of retirement, when you have the health and energy to travel, to be physically active, to spend time with grandchildren, are concentrated in the early years. Research from Morningstar and Fidelity consistently shows that retiree spending peaks early and then gradually declines. Every year you delay past the point of true financial readiness is one fewer year on the right side of that equation. The $156,000 represents the pension checks, but the 5 years of early retirement you didn't take, that doesn't have a dollar value, and it doesn't come back. Here is what I want you to do after watching this video. Step 1. Calculate your pension's true asset equivalent. Monthly benefit times 12 divided by 0.04. Write that number down somewhere visible. Step 2. Visit ssa.gov and look up your actual Social Security benefit estimate. Don't guess. Pull the real number. Step 3, write down your realistic monthly retirement expenses. Not a rough guess, a real number, category by category. Step 4, subtract your guaranteed income from your expenses. Calculate the actual savings gap, not someone else's generic number, yours. Before you go, let me ask you something. Do you have a pension? Have you ever run this calculation to see what it's actually worth as an asset? Share your monthly pension amount in the comments. I'll tell you what it translates to in asset equivalent value. I read every single comment, and I'd love to help you see your own number clearly. If this changed how you think about your own retirement timeline, subscribing takes 2 seconds. And if you want to know about the retirement sweet spot, when you can stop contributing to your 401k and still grow your capital, that video is right on the screen right now, and it's worth watching.